Hi, today is Thursday, September 19th. I'm Sarah Huntley, a spokesperson for the City of Boulder. It's been a little over a week since the rain started, resulting in floods to much of our region. Understandably, a lot of the media attention is shifting to parts of our county where the devastation has been much worse. But we know that many of our residents and businesses are hurting. You need help and you need information. So today we're offering the first of what we're calling Inside Boulder Now. These will be short video segments, community updates really, where we will share information and point you to resources that we hope you will find useful. We're going to start today with an update about our wastewater treatment system and facility. We know that there continue to be many reports of groundwater, sewage, in some cases both, coming into people's homes, largely in your basement and through your bathroom systems. This is still a serious challenge for us, and we're making it a top priority. We have crews out. They've been working 24/7 to try to remove blockages from the system. We have debris, we have mud. In some cases, we have rocks the size of baseballs clogging these lines. We do have an emergency number for people to call if you have public works emergencies. That phone number is 303-413-7100. We've had about 500 calls to that line so far, and we're working through the list to get help to people as soon as we possibly can. Please understand that we may have people in other parts of the system. They may not be right in front of your house. That doesn't mean they're not addressing your issue. Sometimes if they work up from your house or down from your house along the pipes in the system, they can greatly alleviate your problem. So we're trying to prioritize those kinds of calls. We do have our wastewater treatment facility in operation. It never failed throughout this system, throughout these storms, but it is running at almost maximum capacity. We're pumping 50 million gallons of wastewater through that facility each day, which is absolutely significant compared to our usual average. Let's talk for a minute about drinking water. One of the things I want to make sure the community knows is that our drinking water has been safe and clean throughout this entire disaster. However, we are asking people to conserve. We usually have more than one water treatment facility in operation. Because of the quality of the water that's been coming in at the 63rd Street treatment plant, we're not treating that water and pumping it back out to city customers. Instead, we're using the Batasso water treatment facility. This means that we're down. We usually process on average about 28 million gallons of drinking water a day. We're now processing about 11.5. So if you can limit your drinking, if you can make sure that you're washing laundry in full loads only, we would greatly appreciate it. And obviously, if you have outdoor sprinkler systems, the ground is still pretty saturated and there's really no need to be using those at this point in time. We want to talk a little bit about roads and bike paths. Some areas in our city have significant damage. We are shifting a little bit in transportation from emergency response to an assessment phase. So we have crews who are going out to look at places where there's structural damage. Top priorities for us are going to be safety hazards. They're going to be making sure that roads that are most heavily traveled in our community are up and operational, and also making sure there's good access to schools and stranded properties. Crews are going to be making temporary repairs for now in any place that they can work safely. We are asking people to please continue to observe road closure signs and help us get these roads back online as fast as we can. Another issue that's been of real importance to our community is debris removal. We know that there are a lot of homes and businesses that are trying to get wet, soggy carpet that frankly could begin to pose health problems if it's not removed out of your properties. We have a number of roll-off sites that we have put up in place in the City of Boulder, but they are filling up faster than we can empty them, and there are not other roll-off containers anywhere in the region for us to order. On Tuesday night, City Council gave direction for the city to start to transition. We're going to transition away from those roll-off containers that require you to haul your debris to them, and instead try to shift to a special curbside pickup, which we hope to begin sometime early next week. We're in the process of talking to contractors and trash haulers, and as soon as we have more information, we'll make it available. Please know that both for the drop-off sites and for the curbside pickup, there's some items that you cannot put out with your regular trash. These include electronics. By state law, these cannot go to the landfill anymore. This also includes hazardous materials like pesticides, paints, those sort of items. EcoCycle, our partners at EcoCycle and the Center for Hard to Recycle Materials are helping us out by accepting these items. You can go to their website to find out more information. They are asking that if you have items that are recyclable but are caked in mud, that you do hose those down. They need to be as clean as possible in order to be able to recycle them. But they're standing by to help us in this time of need. Speaking of help in this time of need, we are opening today in conjunction with Boulder County a Disaster Assistance Center. It will open this afternoon and it's located at 5495 Arapahoe Avenue. That's right next door to the Premier Credit Union. There are a number of agencies there who can help residents get signed up for possible assistance, can answer your questions on the spot, and can provide, in some cases, some immediate assistance to you. Some of the agencies include FEMA, the Red Cross, the state of Colorado. We have Public Health and Human Services from both the county and Human Services from the city, as well as many nonprofit organizations that are there to help. One thing that's important to know is that in order to be eligible for any federal aid from FEMA, you must register. There are a couple of different ways to do that. You can do it at the center. You can also call FEMA at 1-800-621-3362. They also have an online portal at www.disasterassistance.gov. We are asking that when you come to the center, please bring some form of identification and some proof of your address so that they can verify that you live in the flood-impacted area. Lower income homeowners may benefit from a low-interest home repair loan. For more information, you can contact Longs Peak Energy Conservation. The number there is 720-864-6401, or go to bouldercolorado.gov/home-repair-programs. There's lots of information on that site for people who qualify. It's also important to know that if you're going to have to make repairs to your home, this may be a time for you to consider doing some energy efficiency upgrades, and we have a program that's here to help you do that. If you're having to replace heaters and furnaces anyway, you might want to consider using some of these options. Energy Smart provides guidance for replacing insulation in basements, crawl spaces, and attics, for repairing furnaces, hot water heaters, duct systems, washers, and more. Call 303-544-1000 for more information. Lastly, in the area of shelter, for people who are in our permanently affordable homeowners programs, the Division of Housing would really like to hear from you on how you're faring so that we can make sure that we're offering any programs and services that you might need. Please call 303-441-3157, extension 2, to provide some updates and speak to people about the condition of your home. We know that rebuilding is going to be a big priority. Repairs and restoration are going to need to happen, and people are eager to have them start happening soon. We are extending our hours at our Planning and Development Services Center. This center will be open continuously throughout the day from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. In addition, we're working to streamline our process for building permits for repairs that are specifically related to the flood. So you can find out more information about that process at Planning and Development Services Center. One of the questions we've been getting a lot of has to do with open space and mountain parks. We know that this is a beloved area of our community, and as the sun comes out, a lot of people want to get back out on the trails. Unfortunately, for the foreseeable future, the entire system of open space and mountain parks is closed. If you actually saw the City Council meeting on Tuesday night, and if you didn't, you can watch it on boulderchannel8.com, you will see some pretty devastating pictures. Mike Patton, our Director of Open Space and Mountain Parks, made a presentation to Council showing the immense amount of devastation and damage that has been done to our trails, and it's going to take some time to prioritize those projects and get the trails back up and running again. We have had some people who are not obeying our request to stay out of this area. We had one medical incident where somebody broke their ankle, and we had to send response crews into that area instead of being able to assess damage and make preparations to repair it, to be able to rescue that individual. So we're really encouraging people to stay out of the area, and we really appreciate your assistance and cooperation with this. We do have a couple of other, actually numerous other park closures throughout the city for city parks. We are keeping up with this list on boulderfloodinfo.net. Up-to-date closure information is there. That's where I would recommend you go, because some are opening and some are closing, and that's the place to go where you will find the most current information about your favorite parks. Volunteers, we know that there are a lot of people who really want to help clean up, and we're trying to direct people to a couple of different locations. Flatiron's Habitat for Humanity is coordinating volunteers to help with cleanup, particularly for lower income communities. To receive assistance or to volunteer through that channel, please call 303-447-3787. We're also encouraging people to visit helpcoloradonow.org, both to sign up as a volunteer throughout Boulder County and also to make any kind of donations that you would like to offer at this time. We're strongly encouraging people to make cash donations. This is the kind of donation that can be used most efficiently and with most flexibility to help people when they really need it. Another place that is taking cash donations is United Way Foothills. It's www.unitedwayfoothills.org. Please don't bring items to our Disaster Assistance Center. We have found in past disasters that a lot of these items don't get used by victims. Many of them are still on the go and still living in other people's homes. They don't have a place to bring stuff and items, and storing these items can become another issue as we work through our recovery. So cash donations really are the best way to help, or offer your time through those centers and organizations that I've just shared with you. Lastly, I just want to say, put in a little plug for Boulder businesses. A lot of our local businesses have reopened. Many of our businesses in the downtown area are actually donating 10% of their proceeds to flood relief and assistance through Sunday. We do need you to stay out of the mountain area as much as possible, but we would encourage people to come to the City of Boulder, shop local businesses. You'll be helping the businesses, you'll be helping flood victims, and you'll also be helping the city government because we collect sales tax through these businesses, which allows us to continue to provide vital services. That's all we have for now. Until our next update, I encourage you to visit boulderfloodinfo.net. As mentioned a few times today, this is the city's online resource where we're posting current information. This is being updated as new details are available, so check back often. Also, consider signing up to receive email updates in your inbox. You'll find a subscription box at the top of the Flood Info page. If you have questions or topics you'd like us to cover in our next update, please email us at boulderfloodinfo@bouldercolorado.gov. Thanks, and stay safe. We're in this together, and we're here to help.